There it goes. Sweet. We are officially live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Legendary Chiropractor Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Reuter, and tonight we have a very special guest and a great friend of mine on the show, and that is DC2B, future Dr. Nicholas Lim, who is tuning in from Davenport, Iowa this evening to come to you live with some really, really great, powerful student perspectives that you should be doing now as a chiropractic student. And then we're going to talk a little bit about his future as he kind of makes his way back and takes his chiropractic journey and expands it to Singapore. So I'm really excited to dive into this conversation tonight. And when we get back from thanking our initial sponsors here, we will be sharing this all over the place, and Nicholas will have the chance and the opportunity to also tell us a little bit about himself, where he comes from, how he got into chiropractic, and what it means to him. So stay tuned, everyone, and we will be right back. To Inspire Women is the elite boutique coaching company for chiropractors who are looking to live life and run business in a way that is personal, unique, and authentic. They focus on business systems and money mindset mastery so you can pay down debt, be more profitable, and serve more people. Their goal is to empower you to achieve success by your own rules and your own definition. Head to toinspirewomen.com now because they know there's a better way. CHIRO HD, superior cloud-based practice management software. CHIRO HD is a user-friendly, all-in-one EHR solution built with one mission: to help you run your practice like a boss. Learn more at CHIROHD.com. Total Clinic Solutions is your go-to source for purchasing both brand new and refurbished chiropractic equipment, as well as phone support for repairs and maintenance. Call Derek and allow him to combine your wishes and his 23 years of chiropractic equipment expertise to find what's best for you and your patients at 704-622-4089 or head to TotalClinicSolutions.com now. It's time that chiropractors look beyond spinal alignments and measured the nerve connections that keep our patients feeling strong and performing at their peak. CLA designed the Insight scanning technologies to transform exams and generate powerful reports that give practitioners the certainty they have been searching for. Learn how CLA has partnered with practices around the world by going to insightcla.com. Spinal hygiene products are designed to educate your patients on the importance of lifetime spinal care. To learn more about how spinal hygiene products work and to download the patient education material for free, visit spinalhygiene.co. Again, that's spinalhygiene.co. Easily share your passion for chiropractic and look good doing it with Above Down Apparel, offering a premium lineup of principled apparel that's impossibly soft, sustainably sourced, and chiropractic AF. Visit abovedown.co and follow them on Instagram to learn more and score yourself some sweet chiro swag. SKED is the all-in-one system that allows for amazing control and flexibility of your scheduling. Yes, your next new hire. Every aspect of when and where you service your customers is at your command. SKED is tightly integrated with your existing EHR system. This software was made by a chiropractor specifically for chiropractic. No joke. Go check out their latest care plan feature by heading to go.sked.life/legendarypod. Dr. David Toohill is an innovative product and marketing strategist, bridging the gap between your vision and strategic plan. He will help you design specific products and processes that are both scalable and set up to produce long-term revenue and growth. He has previously worked with influencers that include Dr. Josh Axe, Jordan Rubin of Ancient Nutrition, Olympic gold medalist Shawn Johnson, and many, many others. Schedule your call with Dr. today by heading to meetwithdrdave.com. Training the best adjusters on the planet. SYNTROPY has reverse engineered what the masters do naturally. From the energetics to the mechanics, they've hacked the code to shorten your learning curve on the road to masterful adjusting. To find a seminar near you, head to syntropychirotraining.com. Thank you for allowing this brief disruption to take place. And now back to the program. Let's go. Oh, man,
Yep.
tonight is going to be a blast. We are live with DC2B future Dr. Nicholas Lim, who is coming to you live from Davenport, Iowa. And I could not be more stoked because Nicholas is a great friend. He's visited Life University several times. We've gone out. We've had a great time. He's gone to, I'm pretty sure, every single chiropractic seminar that exists under the face of the earth or under the face of the sun. So that's pretty awesome. And I'm just stoked he's on the show right now, and I'm excited to hear his future. Tonight, we're going to dive into why we need to practice adjusting as chiropractic students more now than ever before, protecting the sacred trust, transitioning from school back to his hometown and his home city and his home country of Singapore, and what that transition really looks like for Nicholas, and how he's going to stay connected to the chiropractic world here in the United States as well during that transition. So, Nicholas, please, you have the floor, my man. Please share a little bit about yourself, your background, how you got into chiropractic, and why chiropractic, right? So the floor is yours, sir.
So yeah, if my name is Nicholas and I'm from Singapore. So I'm currently 10th trimester at Palmer. Going to graduate actually in 2.5 weeks.
Whoop whoop.
Just actually submitted my last assignment today, and I'm very, very excited. So so basically how I got into chiropractic was, as a young kid, I was always interested in the natural things. I remember I would always ask my mom, why do we need to take medicine? Why can't we just heal? And when my parents brought me to the library, I'm always interested to read all the fascinating things about how our forefathers and everything could be able to heal without living the life without drugs. And so I was always intrigued with that. And going forward, later on, from family, I got introduced and interested in natural health, nutrition, and also through family, we met our first chiropractor in Singapore who graduated from Palmer in 1996, the first Singaporean chiropractor. His name was Dr. Terence Yap in Atlas Chiropractic Singapore. And so that's how I first got into chiropractic and got adjusted with him. It was amazing because it just light out the power, like you just feel like when on days where you don't feel like you're yourself, you just able to go back on track. And later on, through my previous work of energy work called Jinshin Jitsu, I met one of my greatest mentors, Dr. Kiyu, who introduced to me a lot of seminars and a lot of the mentors that I should study with to learn chiropractic and as pure as it can be. And that's how I got into MLS adjusting seminars and all the different kind of seminars that I usually go because of Dr. Teo.
Awesome.
Yeah, from like Chiropractic Singapore.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's listening right now.
That's awesome. That is, what a great story. What a great past and discovering chiropractic. And it's always fascinating to talk with other people and great friends like yourself. We found and discovered chiropractic at such a young age. We found and discovered for ourselves, right, natural healing and remedies at such a young age. So to us, right, I was 13 when I discovered chiropractic, and I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life, right? And when it came to that, now it's been a lifetime of learning as much as I possibly can about the human body, natural remedies, natural things, and approaches to taking care of ourselves, right? And then just being able to educate others. And I think that's something you do very powerfully, is educate others in the sense of all of the seminars that you've been to and all of the leadership roles that you have on Palmer's campus, that you are a beacon of light on your campus. You're a beacon of light for chiropractic students. So I highly encourage you, if you're just hopping on now, if you're a chiropractic student, we're going to drop Nicholas's information at the end, and he can share with you, whatever he wants, best ways to connect with him. But he's a great dude to know, especially if you are a chiropractic student that is hungry for technique and adjusting. So without further ado, let's get right into it, Nick. What do you think?
So, I always say that it's always very important to get to start adjusting. I mean, not adjusting as in practice the steps. You need to take the training and train and train and train. That is my from MOS adjusting seminars where I started club on campus because I found it very, very good for foundations. And the founder Arnaud Bernier always say, train, train, train. And if you think you got it, train harder, keep training, because it doesn't make sense. Like black belts continue training, Olympic champions continue training, and chiropractic, it's a professional sport. You need to be able to adjust, because if you don't adjust, then you're not going to get the results where when people lie on the table can get the magic and miracles that once our forefathers were able to tell. When in the green books, when you can see all the magic and miracles, and in order to get there, you need to put in the time to train, 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 train. And if you think you got it, then you get a new teacher and train harder. That's quoting Arnaud Bernier.
I love it. I love it. If you think you got it, train harder and find a new teacher. I absolutely love that, Nicholas. And I think you mentioned two great things, right? And it's the steps and the training that make us the best adjusters possible, right? And you're saying, hey, don't just go out and adjust willy-nilly, right? That's not what we're saying at all. And legally, you can't adjust without your license. So how about, here's what we want to encourage you to do is palpate spines. And if you are going to go to a seminar, make sure it's under the proper supervision. Don't just, get 50 guys in a room or guys and gals in a room and start wailing on each other. That's not at all what we're suggesting. But when you go to some of these technique seminars and you learn to adjust and you hold a head and you contact a spine in different ways, man, I always say you need, and it's always like, oh, you need 10,000 hours. You need way more than 10,000 hours to master chiropractic. And in regards to palpation and palpatory skills, you need to contact way more than 10,000 spines before you have the finest palpatory skills that are necessary in order to detect and analyze and correct vertebral subluxations. Would you agree with that?
Definitely, absolutely. Because chiropractic is very specific, or it's nothing. BJ Palmer, right?
Yep.
It's you have to get specific, but in order to get there, you need to start somewhere. Everybody needs to start somewhere. We don't want to picture something that is so out of reach and say that, put us off and say we cannot get started. But no matter where you are in the profession, no matter where your training level is, you can always get started at any place at any time. And I remember one of my seminars that I took with one of my first seminars with Dr. Jeremy Brook. I think he remembers my first training with him. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like, what's going on? And he was like, I don't know. We just got to do it. And so we did it at the end, and now it just makes so much sense. And after that, going through clinic and say, actually, years ago, the training that you did, you think you actually didn't remember burning your nervous system, but actually when you actually revisit that material again, you actually say, actually, I did that before.
Yeah.
Actually, now it makes sense, because repetition is key. You're not going to get something overnight. You're not going to get a technique or even an art. The philosophy, the science, and the art is a lifetime study that requires constant repetition. I go to seminars and I see practitioners of chiropractic, doctors of chiropractic, for 40 years, and they still say they are students of the work. They still say they train, and I'm always humbled by all these old docs that know so much, but still say they know very little, and still goes to seminar every year.
Yeah.
Very, very, very inspiring.
It's inspiring and humbling too, because that's in chiropractic, that to me represents people putting aside, and doctors especially, putting aside ego and being like, I don't know it all, right? I don't know it all, and in fact there's so much more to learn, and I'm willing to still invest in myself, in my technique, and provide the best care possible for my community when I get back home. And I think that's really important, and I'm glad you brought that up. So training is critical. If you're a chiropractic student listening to this right now, or a chiropractor rather, I mean, training is absolutely foundational. And what we mean by that is you can palpate as many spines, and we want you to palpate as many spines as you possibly can, especially during school, because you need to be able to tell what is normal from what is abnormal. And if you can't do that, then you are doing the person on the table, your patient, your practice member, your guest, as Dr. Michael Semeka says, you are doing them a disservice, right? And if you can't, like you said, chiropractic is specific or it's nothing. And I think that's really important to understand and take away from all of this. So it's absolutely critical to get that foundation stuff down. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. Thank some more of our sponsors of this amazing, amazing podcast. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back and talk about protecting the sacred trust. All right, Nicholas, how does that sound?
Yep.
Cool. Every chiropractic clinic needs a compliance program. If you are not sure what that includes or why you need one, let Dr. Robin from RHDC Consulting help you build your chiropractic compliance. If you are ready to get started, head to robin-hale.mykajabi.com and let Dr. Robin guide you to the end result. Dr. Christy Wick is revamping the landscape of women's chiropractic coaching. With a focus on connection and congruence, she's on a mission to empower lady DCs across the nation to create bold, successful lives and practices their way. Get started today by visiting theilluminatedsquad.com. Thank you for allowing this brief disruption to take place. And now back to the program.
That's why I started club, and I'm happy because we now have like 5 leaders taking over the club and stuff, and it's good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we were just off camera talking a little bit about how Nicholas started a club on Palmer Davenport's campus. And Nicholas, please run us through that process of not only starting a club, but why did you start a club? Why did you think that was necessary to do?
So going to the school, like we get exposed to Palmer techniques, but later exposing to different more and more techniques outside of school, I realized there are a lot of more modern ways of adjusting, like the MLS adjusting, which I really like, and my mentor, Dr. Theo, introduced me to. And I said, holy, whew, this is amazing. I need to learn it, It's
That's
like
awesome.
So when I go to the seminar, and it was over 2 years ago, I believe it was I went to Los Angeles, I went to Atlanta with Dr. So Los Angeles, no, it was San Francisco, I think Oakland, with Jeremy Brook. And then I went to Atlanta with Dr. Wade Port. And we talked about the possibility of starting a community here right in Davenport. And so when I first talked to people about MOS, there was, of course, a lot of resistance, like anything there, because people are very resistant to new things. So eventually I managed to get some people into this movement and understand that why I'm starting this club, because I saw a deep need to practice a platform to practice palpation and get the steps right to move into adjusting, because more and more students deviating from the philosophy, the science, and the art, which is very important. It's not only the adjusting, but the philosophy, the science, and the art. So when I got into MOS, they cover all three as very well, which really made me want to start this club. And now we are growing a lot. Like more and more people know about us, and we have many student leaders and many more to come. And I'm very happy that I could be part of this movement and to help others to discover who they are.
Yeah, absolutely. And off camera, you were saying a little bit like, now more than ever is an important time to come together and rally together to protect the art of chiropractic and protect adjusting and the specificity of it. So talk to us a little bit about protecting the sacred trust. What is the sacred trust to you, in your opinion, and what is protecting it look like to you?
So I think the sacred trust spoke also in the room. It actually, the BJ's quote about the protecting the sacred trust was there. And when I was actually in top class, I was there saying it actually made sense, and it really spoke to me. And I said, if it's not me, then who? And if it's not now, then when? It's because I've shadowed a lot of doctors, and I went around the country to shadow a lot of people. And what I see a lot of doctors, with all respect to them, it's many don't adjust anymore. Many get into physical therapy and all that thing. And to me, it's just sad to me because we were founded on adjusting. Chiropractic has been defined by BJ and DD to adjust, but to locate and analyze vertebral subluxation and correct it. That out, we lose our unique identity. And because all our fathers have gone before us, they have died, and they have went to jail this to protect the right to adjust. And to take that out, it's not doing this profession disservice. So we need, more than ever, we need to take that sacred trust and take it to the next level to protect the right to adjust. And be good at adjusting, be specific at adjusting, so that we can get the magic and miracles of what chiropractic was founded upon.
Absolutely.
And people that the other professions couldn't help. That chiropractic was well known, with Harvey Leland, who was able to treat his deafness with chiropractic, and we want to get that kind of results back. And the only way is to be specific and
absolutely. So now I really want to have this conversation of your transition from grad school, your transition of being now a doctor of chiropractic and heading back to Singapore, your home country. Talk to us a little bit about that process and what that transition looks like.
Oh yeah, so it's honestly, it's been whirlwind, I would say. Like 3.5 years ago I was here, and it's gone by so quick. I didn't even know I was done, and submitted my first assignment. My last assignment. See, not my first. Sorry. So I'm beginning to of course move, but then all of a sudden this whole it's been a little rough lately because of COVID-19, but I'm getting it figured out. So we're gonna move. I'm fortunate to get a ticket home, and we're gonna possibly start my own office.
Awesome. What is chiropractic, culture like in Singapore? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
So in Singapore, I think majority of Singaporeans are health conscious. So they were brought up into ideas of natural healing when young. At least for most of my friends, I know they are like that. Because there's a lot of concepts of, they were brought up in the concepts of traditional Chinese medicine, Indian medicine, and all this medicine, which bear a lot of similarities to chiropractic. And I think a lot of people in Singapore actually understands chiropractic. You just need to add a little bit about chiropractic to them, and they will get it. But I think most people in Singapore, they're not interested in the why. They just want to know whether you could help them and if you can fix them. And if that happens, then they're coming, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a great description of it. And so what we're going to do now is take a quick ad break, our last sponsor thank you ad reel. Be sure to click the link above where it says sponsor goodies. And there's every company on here is giving away something for free, so please check those out. If you heard a name that you recognize or want to, maybe invest in, they're sponsors of this podcast for a reason, so be sure to check out that sponsor goodies link in either the show notes or to the description of this episode. So we're gonna ask, and then we come back, Nicholas. We're gonna give the floor to kind of tell people where to find you and how to connect with you. Okay?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Dr. Stu Hoffman, founder and president of CHIRO Malpractice Insurance, is the foremost expert in both risk management and risk avoidance. Understanding the everyday challenges of today's practicing chiropractor and the current public perception of chiropractic has made CHIRO the fastest growing malpractice insurance program of the last 28 years. Find out more at chirosecure.com. Imaging Services' primary business is chiropractic solutions. With over 45 years in the industry of helping chiropractors, Michael Tokash offers free consultations on building your business. In the past year, Imaging Services has installed over 100 X-ray machines and digital X-ray systems in over 42 states across the United States. For more, head to theimagingservices.com. Thank you for allowing this brief disruption to take place. And now back to the program. Fantastic. Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much for the comments, the hearts, the likes, shout outs for Nicholas and the podcast here. This has been so much fun. And now, Nicholas, I want to turn the floor over to you once again to, give some lasting words of wisdom, lasting words of advice as a chiropractic student. What would you like to tell chiropractic students, and then close it with how people can connect with you, okay?
So I think going through chiropractic school, one book that every chiropractic student should get is Chiropractic Textbook by R.W. Stevenson. Very, very important. When I was facing hard times in school and couldn't understand about chiropractic, I always flip a page, and it always gave me so much wisdom to press on to. That book it's the gold mine of chiropractic. It's literally changed my life, and I'm sure it changed many chiropractic students. So every first trimester student needs to get it if they want to understand chiropractic, to get it and read it. And if you think you got it, read it again and read it again.
Because you can't truly get it until you read it probably like 100 times.
And get experience to it as well,
Yeah.
It's like, and once you life experience coupled with this book, you're gonna get miracles.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
And I agree with that wholeheartedly. And I also would add on to that is after you read Stevenson's textbook, you'll start to see the principles of chiropractic unfold in your everyday life. And that was something when I read it, I was expecting it, but that's just because I'm a, chiropractic philosophy nerd and buff guy. But like, I was like, oh, it's amazing. But when I first read it, I started seeing like, and limitations of matter, everything takes time, all of these different things, just universal intelligence, obviously major premise, like, duh. And it's just like, holy cow, everything is connected, and we are connected to that everything, right? And it's just like, it's absolutely amazing. And so I highly encourage everybody, like Nicholas said, read that book. And then when you think you got it, read it again, because it's always good to go back and refresh. And I'm actually probably due for a refresher at this point. But you start to see this stuff even in practice and clinicals and in school. And you're like, whoa, that's real, right? Like I couldn't have predicted that was going to happen. But I had a good solid base and a philosophy to understand how the body heals, that it takes time, and that all things are connected, and we have innate force, this innate intelligence within us that generates everything. And so I think that's really, really cool that you brought up, and it just made me so happy, and I actually have to go refresh it a little bit. So, Nicholas, how can people reach out to you and stay in touch with you?
So when I actually head home, I mean, add me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, Nicholas Lim. Can add me on Instagram at Nick, so it's NICKLRX. NICKLRX. Okay. And I'm building a website, drnicholaslim.com, is still on the work. So that is going to be coming.
Awesome.
So, but for now, is the best way to reach me is Facebook. Send me a messenger text, add me on Facebook or the page or Instagram. That'd be great.
Fantastic, Nicholas. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, Nicholas. I hope nothing but the best with graduation, getting back and moving back to Singapore, and absolutely light that community up in all of the most positive ways, through natural nutrition, chiropractic, everything, energy, everything that you have to offer, because I know already how wise you are and how much work you've put in to train and be the best, not only chiropractic student that you can be, but also the best chiropractor you can be during school. And I honor you for that. I salute you for that. And I thank you so much for coming on the show. And I also encourage everybody watching this to check out the description above, click those sponsor goodies, get some things for free, and also make sure you check out our website for more. It's legendarychiro.com/go. You can drop your email in there, and we highly encourage you to become a member of the Legendary Chiropractor platform, because that's where all of this great content goes and stays there for a lifetime, to just live and breathe. And hopefully, if you're a student or a doctor watching this, you hop in there, you create your free membership, and you listen to all the past podcasts that we've done, read all the past blogs that we've done, and just devour the content that we're providing for the chiropractic community. So I love you, Nicholas. I appreciate you, and thank you enough on the show tonight.
Yep, I will say the same to you, Johnny. Thank you for everything. You've been a great friend. I couldn't have anything like that. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome, Nicholas. I appreciate you, brother. Have a great night, everyone,
Yep.
and we'll see you next time.